On the coldest night of winter, when roads vanished under snow and help was nowhere in sight, one old woman faced a choice that would change lives forever. 15 bikers knocked on her door, strangers in a deadly storm. What she did next shocked an entire community. And when morning came, the quiet street outside her home told a story no one would ever forget. The snowstorm was merciless. Roads vanished under thick white layers, and the wind howled like a warning. Inside a lonely house at the edge of town, an old woman sat wrapped in silence until heavy knocking shook her door. When she opened it, 15 bikers stood there, frozen, exhausted, barely standing. Fear flickered in her eyes, but compassion burned brighter. She stepped aside and said the words that saved lives. "Come in." They looked intimidating, leather jackets, tattoos, cold breath in the air. The world had taught her to be afraid of men like them, but the world wasn't standing in the storm that night. She saw shaking hands, cracked lips, and eyes begging for help. Without asking names or stories, she chose kindness. Sometimes, the bravest thing a person can do is ignore what they were taught to fear. Her home was never meant for 15 guests. Chairs were pushed aside, blankets were shared, and every corner found a purpose. The heater struggled, but her care never did. As snow battered the walls, warmth filled the room, not just from heat, but from humanity. That night, survival depended not on strength, but on generosity. The storm refused to rest, so neither did they. Around flickering light, stories emerged. Roads traveled, regrets carried, lives lost and rebuilt. She listened quietly, offering tea and gentle smiles. No judgments, no questions, just understanding. In those late hours, something rare happened. Strangers stopped being strangers. When the power cut out, darkness crept in. The bikers moved without a word, checking doors, standing guard, ensuring she felt safe. The old woman slept peacefully, unaware that 15 men stood watch through the night. The storm outside was dangerous, but inside, she was protected. Morning arrived softly. The storm had passed. The bikers cleaned the house, fixed loose steps, and left thank you notes on the table. No speeches, no promises, just gratitude. As engines faded into the distance, she waved, believing she would never see them again. Then came the sound, deep, powerful, endless. She opened her door and gasped. Over 100 motorcycles lined the street, engines humming in perfect respect. The 15 had told their brothers. Riders came from miles away, not for a show, but to honor the woman who saved their own. They told her she was family now. From that day on, she was never alone. Groceries appeared at her door. Repairs were done without asking. Riders checked in during every storm. Her small act of kindness had built something unbreakable. Her story traveled farther than she ever did, passed from rider to rider, town to town, a reminder that kindness still exists in unexpected places. One open door became a legend, proof that compassion can change lives. She never thought she did anything special. She only helped people in need. But that night, she didn't just shelter 15 bikers. She restored faith, earned loyalty, and gained a family bound by respect. Because true kindness always returns stronger, louder, and greater than any storm. This story reminds us that kindness doesn't need strength, wealth, or recognition, just courage and a good heart. One open door in a snowstorm became a lifetime of respect and family. If stories like this restore your faith in humanity, you belong here. Subscribe to Miracles of Kindness, where real compassion still shines, because the world needs more hearts like yours.